Hey everybody, as many of you who follow this case of the city of Oakland versus the Oakland Raiders regarding the attempted move to Las Vegas know, the Trump Department of Justice is involved in this. But what is not explained, and I will explain for you, is why they're involved beyond President Trump's issues with Oakland Mayor Libby Schaaf. I'm going to reiterate and stick to an argument now that has nothing to do with the mayor regarding ICE and has everything to do with Donald Trump and Sheldon Adelson being one of his key political donors, and Sheldon Adelson and Las Vegas Sands, by extension, being the organization that encouraged Mark Davis and the Oakland Raiders to come to the Las Vegas Valley in January of 2016, specifically January 28th, according to the memo that was produced by Aubrey Kirkland then. She, a digital editor of News 3 Las Vegas at the time, this is 2016, and they did this behind the back of the city of Oakland. The city of Oakland had no idea this move was going on. In fact, Oakland Councilman Larry Reed told me, and also Oakland Alameda County Coliseum Executive Director Scott McKibben told me that they expected the Raiders to take time off after the outcome regarding the NFL vote that allowed the Rams and the Chargers to move to LA and not the Raiders and the Chargers in the case of the Carson proposal. They were going to hire a gentleman by the name of the Raiders. We're going to hire a gentleman by the name of Larry McNeil. Remember that guy? He was to be the Raiders' stadium czar, okay? But as it turned out, Larry McNeil left as quickly as he came, completely unannounced, no trail. In other words, no, oh, Mr. McNeil's services no longer needed, nothing. He just simply disappeared. And he disappeared shortly before the affirmative vote of the Nevada legislature to approve $750 million in hotel tax revenue from a special tax to be used for what is now called Las Vegas Stadium. Just disappeared. And prior to that, particularly in 2015 and 2016 until September of 2016, where the email trail cuts off, he was in contact with then Oakland Assistant City Administrator Claudia Capio, ostensibly to form a stadium plan. He was requesting a number of items of information, was Larry McNeil, and then he just disappeared, okay? And during that time, Adelson was also known as a key political donor to Donald Trump. So it is, I argue, very quite likely that Las Vegas Sands still has a behind-the-scenes interest in this and was encouraged by Donald Trump and also by Jerry Jones, because Jerry Jones is a friend of Sheldon Adelson. So here's the trail. Sheldon Adelson is connected both by Donald Trump and Jerry Jones to this. You say, why Jerry Jones? Because Jerry Jones was the person who politically engineered this relocation to get the NFL votes. His Legends Entertainment, Legends Hospitality, is benefiting from it because he is the owner representative for both the Raiders and the LA Rams in this. They are also spearheading the effort to set up naming rights agreements for both the Raiders and the Rams. The Rams, they've been somewhat successful, arguably not as much in terms of dollar amount as they would think, or would hope. But in the Raiders, there has been no news. The Raiders don't even have a Super Bowl awarded to Las Vegas Stadium at this point, but I digress. So you see the connection here, all right? There is ample incentive and circumstantial evidence to assert that Donald Trump is working on behalf of Sheldon Adelson and Jerry Jones and activating the Department of Justice. And remember something else, too, regarding Jerry Jones in this. Jones has a direct pipeline to call Trump himself. That was that fact was revealed during the entire national anthem kneeling controversy. Remember that? So basically, the city of Oakland is up against the president working on behalf of key political donors and associates, specifically Sheldon Adelson and Jerry Jones, who owns the Dallas Cowboys. Now, the question is, with this obvious tint of unbiased involvement, tint of biased involvement, is there a statute? Is there a legal argument? Is there a law that prohibits it? As Oakland Mayor Lee Harris was saying, the Department of Justice can get involved in anything it wants to, but the Department of Justice used the argument that it was getting involved from an objective perspective. The information I gave you demonstrates that the Department of Justice involvement is anything but objective, because they're working on behalf of an operator who is not objective. Stay tuned and subscribe to Zenny62.